Alright, what's up everyone? This is Brody from Infamous Racing. I wanted to give you a quick rundown on what the truck is before we pop into some drag racing. This is a 2005 Chevy Colorado. I bought this completely stock from a couple that needed something four-wheel drive. So this had the inline 5 and the 4L60E in it. I ended up purchasing a box truck with a Gen 4 6-liter. It's an LY6 and 4L80E. I had Harman Transmissions build my transmission in the thing, and then I tore the engine down to bare block, put some new king bearings in it, gapped the rings for boost, new cam bearings, and then obviously cam, valve springs, etc. But complete stock bottom end on this thing. I ran it for a year, naturally aspirated, and that ran a 12.4 in that configuration. Ran it on nitrous for a year, just up to 150 shot. That ran an 11.4 with that configuration. And then I swapped it over to turbocharged last year. Only got to the track one time last year, but was able to get there 3 or 4 times this year. So dialing it in a little more. We were able to shave about a second off of the ET this year, which is awesome. I'll have to see what the plans are going forward, but under the hood, it's fairly standard. So you have a 78-75 turbocharger. It's got a Summit Stage 3 turbo cam. It's got some good dual valve springs, etc. I had the wiring harness made for me by a gentleman in Canada. So it's really similar to what the 2009, 2010 5.3 Colorados would have came with. So it runs off of a factory GM E67, which is nice because I made this to be a street strip vehicle, and all of the factory gauge cluster, factory pedal, accessories, door chimes, everything works just like it would in your normal Chevy Colorado of this era. In the back, it's got a Ford 8.8 rear axle out of a Ford Explorer. I chopped the one side to make it equal length, and that's why it's got the 10 factory axle in it over here. I swapped to a Mickey Thompson ET Street Radial Pro this year from a Nito drag radial last year. I've had a lot better luck with traction on these Mickey Thompsons. I've been really happy with them. It's got a Caltrac in the back, the low profile version. It's got Viking dual adjustable shocks on all 4 corners. And with that, we will pop over to some racing action. Appreciate you watching. Ricky says 990. Come on! That felt good. Little stumble at the 3/4 shift. Right at the end of the quarter mile, but that was pretty good. That felt good. Come on, baby! Last pass, the draggy said 997, but the time slip said 10:007. Wasn't gonna make this pass, but come on, I can't go into the winter break with a 10:00. This might be it. It's gonna be close. 990 on the draggy. As a rush. Is it a 9? Yep. Come on. 627, 136.36. Unbelievable. I had a lot of help today. Zach is always here helping. My buddy Taylor from work was here today. That is so freaking awesome, you guys. Can really be happy going into the off season with that. Unreal.